I'm John Sanders, manager, coach of Dunstable Town Under-7 Lions. It's my first season in youth football, all the boys' first season at youth football. I become involved in Dunstable Town. I was getting a bit old and I stopped playing, and a natural thing to do for me was to get into coaching. So I've done my first coaching badge, which I really enjoyed. I set up a little academy kind of thing in Dunstable that was for 4 to 6 year olds, and it became quite popular. One of the boys that I was coaching at the time, his dad was already involved at the club. He said, why don't you bring your setup and what you've got to Dunstable Town? We set up a meeting between Christy, Steve and Andrew, the chairman at the time, and they liked what we had. We brought it over and it really grew from there, really. The Development Centre created 4 or 5 teams, which have all been good for the club. And naturally now, I've taken on the Under-7s team because my son plays in the team, and we're going really well, so good. Yeah, so first season in youth football, it's been really good learning curve for me. Lucky to have such a good group of boys. I've got 8 boys signed on. They really love playing football, they're so committed. The games and training get really competitive. I couldn't ask for a better bunch. We've been learning, developing, everything's been going really well, and it's exciting for the future. I've learnt a lot, the boys have learnt a lot, and it's going well. Right, my favourite goals this season, 2 different types of goals we score. We score plenty of individual great goals, but also you've got to think of the team goals we score, the couple of passes that add. So goals that spring to mind are individual goals. When you're talking about goals, you've got to mention George McGill, brilliant little player. He can really strike a good ball. The free kick against Barleyhurst, absolutely rocket into the top corner. I think it was from about 15 yards, and for a 7-year-old boy to strike a ball like that is brilliant. Also, Ethan, individual goal. We tried to encourage that to him in training. Always be more confident on the ball. Can you beat a man? Can you show your confidence? And one day, I think he took it around 2 players and buried it right in the bottom corner. And that goal was quite satisfying for me. To see him do that, something we've been learning in training, was brilliant. So, 2 team goals. One springs to mind against Tatano. Horrible day, horrible weather, boggy pitch. You wouldn't expect passing on a pitch like that. And we had young David, had the ball on the right-hand side, switched the ball over to the left-hand side where Charlie was, and Charlie then looked up, played a ball ahead, and Ellison was running through, and the goalie came out and Ellison fired it in the bottom corner. So when you see a goal, 2 or 3 passes, that boys that we're learning in training is really satisfying, and it's really good for them, yeah. Future for the Under-7 Lions, hopefully the hardest thing for me will be to keep the boys together. I want that more than anything, because we learn together, grow together. It's uncompetitive football at the moment, what we play. My target is to keep them together if I can, and learn and grow, and by the time we're playing competitive football, we should have a really strong team to hopefully bring some honours to the club, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. And the boys at the minute, I think they're going to learn and develop. At the minute, they're all good individually. I think the challenge for me now as a coach would be to help them to grow together as a team, passing, moving, but also don't forget the individual confidence on the ball, the skills, the holding the ball, everything like that. So that would be good. And for me personally, as a coach, I want to try and get as much experience as I can, helping out with older age groups. I think that is good for me forward to get ahead. It's something that the club accommodates because all the coaches work really well together. Had an offer today from Wayne, Under-12 manager, to get involved with his team. Hopefully I can try and do that and learn the experience. All learns in good stead for when the Under-7 Lions become older. So yeah, that'd be good. Looking forward to the future.